All right, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing somewhat of a video preview slash dead updates. We got 2 weeks to the premiere of The Walking Dead's final 8-part episodes, part 3 for The Walking Dead season 11. Alright dudes, so definitely want to go ahead and do a Walking Dead Dead Updates video with you guys because it has been a bit since we've done like a week or something since we did the video on Fear. Tales of the Walking Dead has now wrapped up its first season, so we'll get into that afterwards. But first, we do have some new stuff for The Walking Dead Season 11 Part 3. So we only have a couple of weeks now, I think about 2 weeks to October 2nd, I think they said was the premiere date. Don't know if we're going to get that early on AMC Premiere. AMC Plus, I guess we'll have to wait and see here for the next week or so. But basically, Walking Dead Season 11 Part 3, its final part, is coming up here in the next couple weeks. So definitely wanted to go ahead and take a look at what they've shown for us. And this year, as compared to other seasons, as compared to other years, I feel like there's kind of been less releases of new stuff for Walking Dead for some reason. Not sure exactly why. Maybe, you know, it's not a normal, half season, right? And it's not a whole full season we're getting. It's the part 3 for The Walking Dead season 11. So it's wrapping it up, or it's finishing it off. So we got a bunch of new pictures. We'll go ahead and take a look. We got this one here of Yumiko at the Commonwealth. And a lot of these pictures, by the way, look like they're kind of like political thriller kind of pictures based around the Commonwealth. So we do get mentions in the trailers of, walkers, smart walkers. And I've seen an article saying that in the first episode of Season 11, Part 3, so in the premiere episode, in a couple weeks here, we're going to get to see them touch on the Smart Walkers idea, or the Smart Walkers concept, which I think is a great idea to finish off with before you end the series, because it was something we saw in like the first season or so, and then they never really used it again, and so now they're going to kind of clean that up, and they're going to, kind of integrate that back into the story so it fits into canon, likely with them being like a variant of walkers or something. So we got this one with Yumiko here. She kind of gets the comic book, role of Michonne in the comics. Michonne is the lawyer in the comics at the Commonwealth. So in this one, it goes to Yumiko, which I think, makes sense. She's a good fit for it and everything. And since we don't have Michonne, but of course there's the Rick and Michonne spin-off series that we know is going to be coming next year. So very excited to see that in one of the several Walking Dead spin-offs that have been announced already, with Dead City, I think, being the one that's that's already started production and is I think is further along than the other two, the Daryl and the Rick and Michonne spinoff. So Dead City probably be the first one we see next year at some point, when the Negan and Maggie spinoff, when we see it. Next we got this one. We got Stephanie, and we got Eugene, or the real Stephanie. Did I say her name was the same, or did they switch her name? Man, it's been a bit since seeing this season. Apologies to make mistakes here, but it's been a bit since we've seen this one. Because we've had the whole summer. We've had Tales of the Walking Dead. Did we have Fear the Walking Dead after? I think we did too, right? So it's actually been a bit this year. It's kind of like a regular season wait, whereas the last couple of years they've kind of been trying to get the new episodes out to us as soon as they could. This year it's usual kind of premiere time, which actually is kind of good. So I don't have much to say about this one. Just that we'll see the continuation of what's going on with Eugene and Stephanie, or is her name was Maxine or something? I forget, the TV series version of her. Anyway, so there's that. Another one with Ezekiel here, and we got him, and then we got maybe, I don't know, what is that? He's petting. Is that a donkey, or I don't know, a llama or a horse sitting down or something? It looks too small to be a horse, I think, right? So I guess, well, maybe it could be. I guess we'll see. So that's cool, right? Some of these are uneventful, by the way, right? If you couldn't notice. Again, Eugene and Stephanie as well. And then we got the some Commonwealth soldiers here with the Oceanside, which I think they were setting this up in the first part, or second part, I guess it would be, that maybe there would be some kind of like massacre or something at the oceanside where Lance decides just to kill everybody, which is kind of brutal because I think they're mostly all female. Like most of them are female, so it's kind of savage, right, to do. But maybe that's what we'll see. And then we've got Gabriel and Daryl here, and kind of getting ready to fight from the looks of things. So that one's pretty cool. We've got this other one with Daryl here, probably talking to Gabriel. And we'll have to see if they both, we know Daryl's going to survive out, but we'll see for Gabriel if he's going to survive out the season. This is a little bit tricky for which characters are going to survive because they announced the spin-offs, and I think JDM also weighed in on this, that he would have rather that they didn't announce them ahead of time. Because they did, you kind of know that like Negan and Maggie are going to survive. You know Daryl's going to survive. Probably thought it was going to happen anyway. But some of the others are definitely in question, like will Gabriel survive at the end of the series? Maybe not, but we'll see. They could swerve us. Another one with Daryl, and is that Aaron to his side. It's focused out, so I think so, but could be wrong there. We got this one with Pamela, who's, I guess, going to mostly be the villain for this last part, with Lance looking like he's going to be defeated quickly, or kind of almost already is, I guess, from the previews and everything. So we'll see what happens with her and what they do with her and her son. Will be really cool to see how they wrap up with that. And lots of zombies involved too. Commonwealth soldiers here. And what looks like, is that like an obelisk to the back left? Something like that, which is kind of neat. But it's just a cool, it's a cool picture with the smoke everywhere and all that stuff. And so far, I think the Commonwealth in the TV series version has been just okay. I think that the Whispers in the TV series version were incredible, really amazing. The Commonwealth soldiers from the comic adapted to the TV show, I feel like it's just been okay. It's just been all right. I feel like it hasn't been amazing. And I think the Whispers kind of were amazing, so were the Saviors. And the Commonwealth have just been all right, in terms of being adapted and such. This one with Carol making something. I don't know. So not much to say about that one. This one with Mercer and someone with him there. So not too much to say about that one. In the vehicle, is that Rosita? So is she holding on? And then we see this picture here, which is her leaning down and holding on to that as they're driving around. Something like that. So he's a good character. Mercer is probably the best character addition, I think, from the Commonwealth, although I think Sebastian is a good bad guy too. Lance is pretty good as like a Two-Face type of character, very much like Two-Face Harvey Dent from Batman, if you guys are familiar. I'm sure you all are. And another question of Rosita this season, will we see her survive out the end of The Walking Dead or not? Could we see her in one of the spin-off series or not? If she does survive, will she be one that we could see her maybe at the beginning of Daryl's spinoff before he leaves or something, or some of the others? A lot of people thinking that Rosita will be killed off at the end of the series, be like a big end of the series a death in this half coming up. So we'll see about that. And we have Aaron here with the awesome spiky ball hand, which is really cool, and some blood on him and stuff. Got it wrapped from the looks of things. And Gunn fighting against the Commonwealth. Again, he's another question too, right? Will they keep him to survive at the end of the series? Will he survive up to like the last few episodes and then be killed off there? Seems kind of likely. So that's kind of what we're thinking for that. And then this is the picture of that was posted, I think, to Instagram of JDM and Lauren for Dead City, Walking Dead Dead City, which is going to be awesome. It was called Isle of the Dead, and then they kind of renamed it. So they've switched it around here, but it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. I think it's the one that, going in, it being based around Negan and Maggie as the two leads, I think it's kind of like the underdog of all the spin-off series. Obviously, everyone wants to see Rick again. You haven't seen him for years. Michonne as well, too. She's been gone for a while. Daryl's always works. Daryl's always money. That's going to work. But I, for some reason, am oddly almost most excited to see Dead City, which is very unusual considering we haven't seen Rick for so long. But I just feel like this series right here, haven't seen a whole lot from it yet. I did a fan trailer for it, so if you want to watch that. It's in the channel right now. I thought it was good. I guess you guys didn't. A lot of people didn't like it, but I thought it was pretty good. Set up for it and everything, Herschel and all that. So, but anyway, I'm really excited for this one. I think it's the underdog of them all, and I would not be surprised if it actually ended up being the best one of them all. Though it's going to be hard to beat Rick coming back because everybody wants to see that. I kind of hope the Rick one's not a disappointment, but I think that this one for sure, Negan and Maggie, will be a lot of fun no matter what. So I'm really highly looking forward to this one. Anticipating it actually surprisingly just about as much as the Rick Michonne spinoff for some odd reason. Yeah, so that's those are the pictures we got. All right, and I'd like to see what you guys have to say about Tales of the Walking Dead. I think everybody who's interested has seen the first 6 episodes of Tales of the Walking Dead, if you were interested. Please leave a comment below. I haven't really gotten too much feedback from you guys because not that many people watched the last episode 6 for Tales. A lot of people didn't get that far. They watched like episode 1, 2, and 3, and then after the Alpha episode, I think they kind of dropped off after that, although episode 4 was really good. But not a lot of people watched episodes 5 and 6 for Tales. I guess maybe there wasn't that much interest. It's weird what they're doing with it. They're kind of doing like a Twilight Zone thing where they can just kind of do anything, and it doesn't really have to fit within canon of The Walking Dead original, I guess, from what they're doing. So I'm not sure how I feel about it. I'd kind of like it better if it fit within the canon, so you can look at it and say these episodes are canon. We'll have to wait and see what AMC says regarding Tales of the Walking Dead, whether or not we're supposed to consider it canon or not, or if it's just like, just fun stuff, whatever. You can watch it if you want to, and if you don't watch it, that's fine, because it doesn't matter anyway. So leave comments below. Let me know what you guys think about Tales. I think the last few episodes were not that well received. A lot of people didn't watch them. Most people skipped them. They watched the first couple, and that was pretty much it. I haven't seen any new updates for the Fear the Walking Dead news. So there was the news that we covered last week. The Fear the Walking Dead was going to be wrapping up with season 8, so it's going to be its last season. And I just saw one article posted about it saying sources close to the show say that. AMC has not announced that yet. Maybe they're waiting to announce it later. It sounds plausible, so but I haven't seen anybody else reporting the same thing just yet. But I'm still not ruling it. I still think like that. I'm kind of taking it seriously. Like I'm taking it like, okay, this is probably last year for Fear. I don't know if they'd be able to do that and 3 spin-off series at the same time. That might be too much for AMC to manage. So it does make a lot of sense to me if they're going to be wrapping up Fear this year with season 8. So we'll see if that's the case or not. Video from last week is just some information that said that Fear was going to be ending with season 8, and it looked legit to me. But we'll see if that's the case or not. And then just some different comments from you guys we can go ahead and answer and respond to. I did the stupid video on the weekend, I think it was Friday or something, because Jeremy Hewitt left a comment. He said that Shane is a top G from The Walking Dead. So it was a comment I got in the comments. I thought it was so weird. And I thought, wow, this top G thing is really like kicking off. So that's why I did the parody video of Trev Tate. I thought it was funny. Some people got it. Some people didn't. Some people don't know who Andrew Tate is and his brother, Tristan Tate. They don't know who they are, so they didn't get it at all. They're like, Trevor, I don't know what are you trying to do here? I don't understand. Walking Dead audience doesn't necessarily get it. But there's a few comments. J040PL7 said, "Now I can't help but imagine Andrew Tate in a zombie apocalypse." So that'll be the next video you'll see on YouTube. You'll be on YouTube, and instead of it being like some recommendation for a GTA video of him driving around and beating people up for doing something that they shouldn't be doing for some reason, I don't know. I get these recommendations too. They banned him a couple weeks ago, I think, or a few weeks ago, but it totally didn't work at all from the looks of things, because YouTube Shorts is full of videos from him. People keep re-uploading them all the time. There's like GTA channels for it now of him and Grand Theft Auto, which are funny. So I imagine now that you've put it out there, Jay, we probably will see that. We'll probably see him in a zombie apocalypse soon, beating up zombies or something, which could be fun. I thought it was funny. Not everybody liked my video. Sorry, guys. I do the best I can. I'm not perfect at impressions. I feel like I can do them okay, but I'm not perfect. So, yeah, Kevin Evans said, definitely it's time to end Fear the Walking Dead. If it's true, I'm surprised it lasted this long. Yeah, I'm sad to hear that may be the case here, Kev. It's what it is. It's been on a long time, 8 seasons. But we also have to remember, too, that Fear the Walking Dead was doing 16-episode seasons for a long time. So that's really hard for them to do. It's a lot of, 42 minutes an episode times 16 a year. It's a huge commitment for AMC to do each year. So I am thinking it's probably correct, because they may want to take those resources and put them into these different spin-off series. They may want those spin-off series to land, very well. Although it would be cool for Fear to get a season 9 as well. But yeah, maybe it's time. Maybe it's time for them to wrap it up. So that's what it is. Yeah, ScotchGaming said, all I want is for Morgan to end up back in Alexandria. Maybe RJ hitting Morgan with a shovel and Rick showing up kind of full circle from season 1, episode 1. Yeah, there was a few comments from people saying that they would like to see Morgan cross over into the Rick Michonne series, maybe run into Rick at some point. I think that could be really great. I'm considering doing a video of who will survive out the end of Fear the Walking Dead, because that's an even bigger question than the original, because there is no news about any spin-offs for Fear. If Fear is ending with season 8, then which characters survive could be a really great discussion, and how it could end could be fun to think about. But it would be great to see Morgan return to Alexandria. I think that's something that a lot of us think is natural for him to go ahead and do. He hasn't done it yet in Fear. Fear is wrapping up, so maybe that could be an ending for them. But they have also taken down the Alexandria set as well and started selling off the houses and all that stuff. So that makes it tricky. If AMC has already sold Alexandria, then maybe we won't see that. And also, because the series is split off so much, getting to see Morgan reunited with Rick at some point might be too much to ask. Maybe that won't be the case. But if any characters survive out the end of Fear the Walking Dead, it's possible we could see them in a different series to cross over at some point, which is great that the possibility is there. Whether or not AMC does it, whether or not the demand is there for the additional series, we'll have to wait and see. But I'm excited to see season 11 wrap up. Should be really good. Unfortunately, Tales was a little bit of a letdown for me. I think a lot of you guys too, just based on how many people watched it and were interested to discuss it. Not that many, so that's a bit surprising. And we'll see what happens after Walking Dead wraps up. But at least they're trying to do the spinoffs. They're going for it, and I think that's great. 3 spinoffs is a lot for any series. 1 would be great, but they're going to do 3, which is amazing. So really excited for all that. And that'll be it for today's video, guys. Comments below. That's it for your Dead updates. And please thumb the video up. I always appreciate the thumbs up. Subscribe at the bottom if you're new. And I'll see you again soon for another video. As always, this is Trev saying peace. Later, guys. See you soon.